What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Football and Chills podcast. So, today we've seen two amazing games. The first game was Arsenal versus Spurs. I did a reaction to that. Sorry about if anybody's watching this, can you hear me? Guys who are watching this, can you hear me proper? Because when I did the Arsenal versus Spurs, those issues on the fifth minute, I think the software I'm using to stream this wasn't going so well. But can you hear me? The people who are watching, let me just welcome Vita. The show is so needed. Yes, Patrick, how you doing, Daniel, man? So, guys, we're gonna get into this. I have been watching football for so long as a human being. I've watched football for so long. Now, what I'm gonna tell you is this: I'm neither a fool, neither an idiot. I'm neither blind. I can see. I have good vision. That's not a diss to people who are blind, but I'm just trying to say I can see what I can see. I can watch what I can watch, and I can judge something based watching it. Now, I don't hate on anybody. I don't hate on any football player. They've succeeded. For them to be able to be on TV, it's amazing. For them to be able to get the money they're getting, is amazing and incredible. It's an incredible achievement. But what I don't want is a fraud. What I don't appreciate are frauds. Frauds that lie to the human race so that they milk something that they're not. Frauds that keep quiet as people twerk for them and people lie about them. Who are we talking about? We're talking about this man. We're talking about this big fraud that people have been lying to us is the best right back in the world. This guy is not. This guy is nothing. This guy is not the best right back in the world. People keep arguing with me online. They keep saying I'm a hater. They keep saying I don't like this kid. They keep saying I am too hard on this kid. No, I'm not. All I don't like is fraud. Now, fraud number one, Trent Alexander-Arnold, the biggest fraud in football. This guy is hyped by the English media, is hyped by a lot of useless people saying this guy is a good player. This guy is not. Is not a defender. Okay, look, let's talk about talent-wise, right? Let's start off from that sort of space. I don't doubt Alexander Arnold as a football player, as somebody who plays football and somebody who's talented. Yes, he is talented. To be honest with you, some of the passes he passes are amazing. But as a defender, which he's supposed to be, he's a fraud. And if my manager or my boss has to sit down in a press conference and explain the reason why I'm a good defender, that means I'm a shit defender. You know why? Because if you're a good defender, you have to show it on the pitch. This guy is robbing the Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans, this guy is making you lose, but you're still defending him. There's players that are better in your team. You don't defend the same way as you defend this fraud of a fullback. You call the best right back in the world. This guy is nowhere near. This guy is not the best right back. This guy is supposed to be playing in midfield. Maybe he'll be better. But what's worse is midfielders these days are also asked to track back. Is this fool going to track back? Is this fraud going to track back? I doubt he's going to. So, guys, let's not. I'm going to come back to this fraud, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who a lot of people twerk for and lie that he's the best right back. So, yeah. So this fraud over here called Trent always lets his marker go past him. But every time we tell people, we've been saying it for how many seasons? We told Liverpool fans, Trent is not a best right back because a fullback is supposed to defend. But what do you guys do? Every time you get defensive, you go show us your stats, how many tackles he's done, how many blocks he's done. Those blocks are useless. There's nothing he does that's relevant. We've got two eyes, one, two. We can see 2020 vision. We can see right here. This guy is a fraud. And everybody watching this, I'm pretty sure you can agree with me that Trent Alexander-Arnold is the worst defender in the Premier League right now as we speak. The worst defender in the Premier League and in the world is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Let's move on to somebody better, somebody who is better than this fraud called Trent Alexander-Arnold. It was a lovely day for my man here. He scored three piece at Anfield. Amazing player. Brighton were great. Brighton were amazing. Brighton were doing very well. Big up to them, man. Big up to them. That started very well. Of course, Liverpool came back in the game, which is amazing. Firmino, G'd up, he tried to bring them back. But I am going to be stuck on one thing here. I'm going to continue saying, guys, we should stop this mystery where we say Trent is the best fullback in the world. I've just been joined by Josh here. I'm pretty sure he also wants to say something on the game. So, Josh, did you watch the game Liverpool versus Brighton?
Well, not fully. I was bouncing between that and the what was the other big game? The Chelsea game. So, but look, everything you're saying about Trent's right. I don't know where this delusion come from. All these Liverpool fans being like, oh, he's the greatest fullback of the Premier era, and yeah, he's been very good for what he's been used for, but he's not a defensive player, and they need to get this through their heads. He's spent most of his career up until I think Liverpool as a midfielder. So, he played centre mid, he played cam, and I think maybe occasionally on the wing. He's not an out and out defender. He's just been adapted as a wing back, and his stats in the attacking metrics are incredible, among the best every season. So yeah, as soon as they get it through their head that he's not that defensively, maybe he needs a position change.
I think what pisses a lot of people is this. It's the fact that they ignore that he's not as good as he is. So, like yourself, look, the game I watched today, he let his marker go past. Like, why would
Yeah.
you be calling a fraud like guy the best right? Who started all this? Do you think it's the fact that he's English and he can pass a ball?
Oh, 100%. But this is well trodden territory. I mean, you look at any sort of above average English player that comes through and starts the career off on fire. They're touted to be the next big thing. Where, as I said, his attacking stats and his metrics and his passing range is incredible, but that's not for the position that he's in. He's being deployed by Klopp in the position that he thinks is best going to utilize his strength. So his long balls, his set pieces, his crosses, and he's got enough pace to get to the byline. So
Yeah,
anything
but
outside of that, he's bang average.
yeah, but that's the thing. It's not like I'm not trying to hate on this kid. The kid is talented. Yes, the kid can play football. But what pisses me off is for months and months and seasons, we tell people this guy is horrible. He's a horrible defender. There's people
Mm.
who back him with useless stats. Oh, look at this. He made a block. No, this guy is useless. This guy is the most useless fullback I've ever seen in my life, defensive wise. The worst one. And I've been watching football for so long. And whether you like
Mm.
it or not, you can cry as you're watching this video. You can send me a DM on Twitter saying I'm a hater. Guys, I'm telling you the truth. This guy is horrible. Trent is horrible. I'm telling you. Carl, how you doing? Did you watch the game and did you see this fake dreadlock
I
Rastaman
watched
called Trent
I watched many
Alexander-Arnold?
I watched a few clips of the game. I was watching three games at the same time. So I did watch a part of it. The reality is this is Liverpool don't play with fullbacks. They don't play with fullbacks. They literally play a 2-3-5. That's what they do. So Trent and what's that Robertson are not real defenders. They're midfielders slash wingers for the front three. That's what they do. Klopp wants his system to be a 2-3-5. That's why you have Van Dijk and Matip, right? Always at the two at the back. They dominate possession. You have the midfield three, and then you have the fullbacks actually playing as wingers by each side of the front three. It's a 2-3-5. So the fact that the guy can defend, he's not a defender. He's not. He's a midfielder or he's a striker. Also, he's a winger.
Yeah, but the thing I was saying in the beginning is we've all known this from the beginning. So I hope people's eyes are opening. I hope you're opening. This, I'm telling you, Liverpool fans, your downfall will be this guy. What look? Take a look at him. Take a look at him properly. This will be your downfall. He's. I'm telling you, for me right now, I'm ranking him as the worst defensive fullback in the league. It's Trent Alexander Jeremiah Arnold. This guy is horrible, and nobody can ever. And you don't come with your stats again. Your useless stats because the stats they bring, Kao and Josh, they're funny. Oh, he made a block. But if I watch the video of the block he made, it's a normal block. Somebody kicked the ball towards Arnold. Do you know that when somebody kicks the ball towards you, it's also counted as a block? So
Yeah.
don't think that he's doing defensive work. He's been hit with the ball. So let's move away from this trash player called Arnold. Let's go to Brighton. How impressive are Brighton this season, Kao? How impressed are you, Josh and Kao, with this Brighton team? Because regardless of the fact that they
Yeah.
managed to draw 3-3, they were ripping Liverpool apart. They ripped Liverpool apart, and they lost their manager, Graham Potter, and people said they were going to be done. But look at what they
Nah.
did at
Well,
Anfield.
this is why when you play when you design your team around a system, and you play players in the best positions that they're best at, you get results. You know, you can have the most talented squad. If you don't have the hard work, the ethic, and the system, you won't win games. You won't. In the modern game, you won't win games. The days of where you get a Beckham who does X, Y, and Z and scores a flair goal, or you have somebody at Chelsea, Drogba, who kind of runs in and scores a goal. There are too many good players right now. The system has to work. And Brighton have a system that they used to, they're comfortable in, and they understand it. That goal, the two goals that Trossard scores, he has scored 3 goals. System goals. The movement off the ball, on the ball, the passing, interchange is all by design. Nothing's by accident, guys. They're brilliant. They're a brilliant team.
It's spot on, and that's the biggest thing. Like, everyone was concerned about Brighton falling down after Potter. Now, I don't know too much about the guy that's taken over or who's in charge, but when you look at Brighton as a club overall, they've actually developed a club ethos rather than just pandering to an individual manager. So the fall off from Potter is not going to be as big as people think. It's just a matter of an adaptation to tweaks to the system or whatever. So they play pretty much the same football from top to bottom, and that's been their way for the last few years. So I don't think the fall off is going to be as bad as it is. And all that aside, they've still got the same class players that were punching above their weight for so long. So this doesn't really surprise me, especially with how poor Liverpool's been this season so far as well.
Yeah, let me read the comments here. Better says Liverpool manager, players, and fans are tired. They're exhausted. Those are excuses. Those are excuses.
No, but Patrick, let's go.
Yes.
Sorry, Patrick. Let's go back to that comment that Veta has a point, though. But because to go to 92 points and not win the league, to get to the final of the Champions League and not win it, to go 98 points and not win the league, it takes a toll on you. I'm telling you, man. I told you I had a game last night, right? With my kids, under 14. We were down 3-0 in 20 minutes, right? We changed the system. We talked to the kids. They came back and won 5-3. The other team we're playing goes to our rival. So now we're going to play them again in the final. You think they're going to be up for the game, having conceded 9 against us? It ain't happening. It's tiring. It's mentally draining to go again against a team that knows your number, that beats you every time, year after year after year. It's hard, brother.
That's a very good point you pulled on there, because they are by no means a horrible team, as their performances are indicating, because as they've taken last season, they went the furthest any team went towards going a quad. They almost got it, barring a couple of free little things and a Courtois masterclass. So it's not like they don't have the talent pool, the manager, and the players to get back to winning ways. But yeah, I think you sort of saw it with some of the England players after the Euros. It's just that hangover with the turnover that it is and congested season. I think it's going to be long for Liverpool. I really do.
Remember what I told you, Blake? What I told you that you guys were gonna win 2-1. Obviously, it's a draw, but I told you you're gonna beat these guys, because every time you've gone downfield, you've caused problems for Liverpool. Look, what I'm gonna say is I get where you guys are coming from, but for me, I'm going to go your route, Carl, as the route you went with, saying you don't really care about other teams. I don't care about Liverpool, Carl. I hope they go down, and Carl, I hope they go down to the bottom, and I hope this guy gets exposed, Klopp, because let's remember this. Carl and Josh, when he was at Dortmund, right, and he was asked to rebuild a team, that was good. This is what he's been asked to do right now, to rebuild a team. Guess what's happening? He's falling apart. Yes, you're right. He's frustrated. Every time he was at Bayern Munich, Bayern were always on top of him, and he won it once. But when he was asked to rebuild the team after Lewandowski left and a few players left, he went to the bottom. Remember, he was the bottom of the league, and that's when he ducked. So the reason why I'm happy of all this, yes, I'm that petty, is because Liverpool fans, you need to be humbled. Everybody gets humbled in life. I talked about Spurs being humbled earlier on. This was your humbling, because you think everybody from your team is the best. You think Alisson is the best. Look, he held 3 today. Don't forget, this is the same Alisson who held 7 against Aston Villa. And this Alisson has been holding a lot of big goals. I've never seen Edison hold 7 ever in the Premier League. Touch wood. Obviously, it doesn't happen. So let's read the comments here. Winning is not for everyone. People will end up blocking me. Our downfall is our midfield. No, your downfall is Trent. Keep watching football. I had a few pictures of Trent letting his player go, and I had a few pictures of Trent. Okay, simple question to Liverpool fans. All your goals were from Trent's side. Is it a surprise? All your goals at Aston Villa were at Trent's side. Is it a surprise? All your goals that happened against City are Trent's side. Is it a surprise? Every manager attacks Trent's side. Is it a surprise? No, it's not. If the more you accept, you're not gonna cry later on. Look, guys, I don't know if you have anything else to say about the game, but the game was fantastic. Same as the Arsenal game, where Spurs were humbled and Conte was exposed for being a terrorist. The last person who's been exposed today is Klopp, and I hope he continues getting exposed. And look, Carl, let's not forget what one of our friends Hugo said. What did he say again? He said Liverpool are dusted, Van Dijk is done, and they're going to finish outside the top 5. George, that's the call he made when he did a preview with me and Carl. Do you remember, Carl?
Yeah, where's that good friend? In fact, I'm going to tweet him now. Hugo was Hugo. If you're watching, mate, come online.
Respect.
You were 100% correct. You know, Hugo was 100% correct.
I'm here for the slander. I'm here for the slander.
No, but we have to be honest, because you know what I respect in this one. I respect people who are honest, right? People who come in same way as Maguire. I don't respect him. Not once has he had an interview where he's accepted himself being the mistake in the team. He's always throwing other things, and then the rumors come out that Maguire says it's the people he's playing with. Trent always has this arrogance as if he's the best. You know why? Because that was put in his head by the media that you are the best right back in the world. He's not. We know this. If we're talking about the best fullbacks, Carvajal from Madrid, that's a nice fullback. Mendes is a nice fullback. Costello is a good fullback. Walker is underrated. They throw stones at Walker, and it's especially Liverpool fans. They call Walker poor. But Walker can defend. Walker would have defended all those goals that Trent, the fraud Arnold, just gave out to you guys. The more you defend these guys, I'm happy. By the way, don't worry about it. I have no hate towards Trent. I enjoy this. Keep defending him, and you guys defend him more than he can defend. You see, Josh, these guys defend Trent more than he can actually defend. So anyway, guys, that's the reaction to the Liverpool match. It was Brighton 3, Liverpool 3. Brighton were amazing, as Carl said. The tactics were amazing. It looks like this new manager knows what he's doing. Maybe the best thing he can do is he must teach them maybe how to slow down the game when they're winning instead of just going over and over at a certain speed. I think that's another thing also Arsenal need to learn, because they seem to be just going at the same speed. Sometimes you need to calm down, slow down the game, kill off the opponent in another way. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that reaction. Subscribe to Football and Chills podcast. Subscribe to Josh's channel on YouTube, and subscribe to Pitch Points, Carl's channel. But guys, that's all we had for today. I hope you are enjoying your weekend so far. Let's just go tomorrow. I know Josh is here, and slap United, and the weekend will be complete. So I'm pretty sure everybody will be happy, and the weekend will be complete. So guys, that's